Reflections on Psalm 10. The psalmist opens with two fundamental questions that shape everything that's going on in the psalm. He begins with the question, why, O Lord, do you stand far away? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? This question that serves as the foundation for everything the psalmist is concerned with, is an indictment on us. For so many of us, our primary concerns are the circumstances, that they're merely what we can see directly in front of us. But for the psalmist, his primary concern, his deepest issue is, where is God? What is his proximity to God? Where is the nearness of God, the faithfulness of God in the midst of these circumstances? For the psalmist, in the midst of those difficulties, his primary concern is not merely the difficulties themselves, but where is God in the midst of all of it? You see, the comfort of all of those who belong to God is his nearness. We don't expect life to be easy. We don't expect life to be comfortable. We don't expect to never face adversity or the sins of others or the injustices of others, or to face the ramifications of evil living in this world. But in the midst of all of it, the comfort for God's people is that God is with us. He's near to us. But we do not walk through these things alone. Secondly, listen to the psalmist's description of the nature of wickedness and the heart of wickedness. He says that for the wicked boasts of the desires of his soul, and the one greedy for gain curses and renounces the Lord. In the pride of his face, the wicked does not seek him. All his thoughts are, there is no God. The foundation for all of wickedness, the thing that defines wickedness over against every other kind of behavior, is that at its root, at its foundation, the soil in which it grows, all of its fruit grows, is the presumption that there is no God. God will not judge my actions. God will not evaluate my actions. God does not see my actions. Therefore, what's in front of me, what I desire, what I want, is what matters most. The heart of wickedness, it's vital to see, is denial of the justice of God, because it's ultimately a denial of the existence of God. Sin presumes upon God's faithlessness. It presumes upon his absence, and therefore it's free to act however it wants to act, no matter what the results are and how we treat people or how our lives go. Wickedness begins with the foundation, there is no God, which shows us that the basic divide between the righteous and the wicked. The righteous are crying out in their hearts, where is God? I want to be near to God. I want the proximity of God, the presence of God with me. The wicked presume there is no God. God is irrelevant to whatever the conversation is. And this isn't merely some sort of religious piety. At the heart of the division between the wicked and the righteous is, for the righteous in every arena of life, whether we're talking politics or economics, or we're talking about the life in our home or the words that we speak to anyone around us, the righteous live with the conscious awareness that God is here, that God is near, that God sees, that God hears, that God evaluates. He cares what we say and how we act. For the wicked, it's quite the opposite. In every set of circumstances, that there is the presumption that God is absent. He's not there. He's not present with us, and he will not judge, nor does he care about, because he isn't there, what's happening in front of me. But listen to where the psalm ends. He says this, the Lord is king forever and ever. The nations perish from his land. O Lord, you hear the desire of the afflicted. You will strengthen their heart. You will incline your ear to do justice to the fatherless and the oppressed, so that man who is of the earth, the wicked one, who only sees what's right in front of him, may strike terror no more. In the face of the difficulties that we face right now, in the face of the difficulties the psalmist face right in front of him, he stands with a confident confession of faith that the Lord is king forever and ever. But whatever circumstances, whatever injustices, whatever evil is befalling the psalmist, is befalling our world, is befalling us, that there's one place to stand in the midst of it for those who are the righteous. It is the confession that God is king forever and ever, which is in turn a confession that this wickedness, this evil, this injustice, it will not stand forever and ever.